I have some things to say to fathers out there who deliberate. Basically, what I'm saying is, I saw a post on Instagram or some dude. I mean, it was on my popular page, whatever. Some dude was sitting there saying, uh, how he like, I don't know, he was making, I don't know if he was joking. He seemed pretty like, you know, on point with his, seriousness or whatever. I don't know. You never really know where people are coming from. But he said that he died in a car accident or something. And then, I mean, they kind of cut the dude off, like, with his explanation. I mean, maybe he did die because people die and they come back. Oh, I mean, it happens every day, man. So, but I'm not really talking about him in particular. I'm just talking about there are fathers and mothers out there. And, I'm just going to start off by saying child support is not, it's money, but it's not, man. There is so much more to child support. Like, this world is so materialistic, man. I mean, I have a feeling this is going to be a pretty lengthy video because I have a lot to say. And I'm going to touch up on some things, and you can not like me for it, hate me for it. Personally, I don't care. I really don't, because I'm going to say it anyways. And this is my YouTube page, and if you don't like it, so what? Don't watch it. And you don't have to agree with it, but it is what it is. If you got access to your kids and you got and you have money to sit there and just, pay something, man. First of all, I just want to get that out of the way. If you have the money, it's one thing if you're going through some hard times or whatever, like temporarily. I mean, whatever. Then just like go to the court, or if you have a decent relationship with the mother of your kid or the father of your kid or whatever, like talk it over. I mean, like be parents and stuff. Like a lot of mothers and fathers can't even like co-parent, like, but that's just a different topic for a different day, man. Like, parents, we really need to get it together, man. Like for the sake of our kids, like. But at the same time, it's kind of hard to, co-parent when the other parent is not really complying. But whatever. Like I said, different story, different day. Um, uh, but I want to talk more along the lines of like, child support, like financially in other ways too. Society thinks that child support is just money, money, money. Like this whole society is backwards, dude. It's not. Children ain't gonna, yeah, you need money to live, but really, how many unhappy kids are there? Any kid in his or her right mind would rather spend time with their parents versus, you know, getting some check or whatever, like once a week or whatever. You know, really, I mean, unless you're some materialistic dweeb that you care more about money than anything else. I mean, when you're a little kid, it's a different story because you want your clothes and all that stuff. But really, I mean, a little kid would rather have a few dollars in his or her pocket and not see the other parent at all versus have a relationship with the parent. I'm not even saying that you even really need to make that choice, but people need to stop sitting there saying child support is money. It's not it, man. Child support is time spent with your kid, talking to him or her about a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or taking them out camping and spending quality time with your son or daughter. you know Even if it's something as simple, like I said in one of my other videos, I don't even know if I really got to upload it, but you know you know just like sitting down on the couch with, throw the dumb cell phones in the garbage, man. Like throw them out the window, get rid of all that stupid electronics, and just sit down and just talk to your kids. Be old school, man. Just get rid of the phones, get rid of the dumb video games, turn the TV off, and just sit down with your kid and get to know your kid. We don't even know each other anymore. We know more about people that live in China than we do, our parents and our kids. Like there's no family structure anymore. Everything is all computers, and everybody's glued to their stupid phones, man. But whatever, different story, different day. I want to touch, more along the lines of like child support and what child support means to me. I mean, to you, it might mean money, but even if it means money to you, you might want to, really kind of check your priorities, because to me, it's sitting down with your kid or, whatever. And child support never ends, by the way. I mean, child support ending at 18 to 21, at least in New York State where I live. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, but that's because, at least at the age of 21, but that's just a financial thing. Like to me, child support, to me at least, will never end, because Child support to me is time spent, and not just time spent. I mean, you could spend time with your kids all you want to, but if you're not doing it in a loving way, you know, then what good is it? I mean, again, like it's all in how you do it, or child support, when it comes to money and stuff like that. I mean, you know, when it comes to money and stuff like that, you know, uh, I mean, it could be done like, in a way that, like there's a lot of parents out there that just don't even want to, like I said, I mean, there was a while where like my situation is different because I didn't want to sit there and enable my situation I'm going through. Anybody who's ever watched any one of my videos already knows. I mean, I'm going through a situation where, like really, why would I want to throw money into that situation? Of course, I mean, I did it just to give to my kid, I mean, I wasn't gonna sit there and let the mother's stupidity stop me from, but I didn't want to sit there and do it on a consistent basis. I was kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. I didn't want to sit there and consistently give this woman what she wanted, because if I was going to do that, then there was no reason for her to ever really let me see my kid at that point. I didn't want to sit there and enable the situation, so I try to make it as hard as possible without being a jerk about it. I gave just enough money, but at the end of the day, I still gave thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. I have it all documented in there in black and white. But and to this day, I've given so much money. But whatever, it is what it is. I'm not even complaining about that. As long as it went to my kid, that's all that matters. I'm talking about the parents that have access to their kids, unlike myself, and you parents out there that have money, good jobs, money to give, and you would rather let your child just like go by the wayside and make up stupid excuses and go spend your money on your wife or your husband, or on vacations, or just you're neglecting your kids. I mean, if your kids are old enough to take care of themselves, that's a different story. But if that child is still under the age of 18, well, then you might want to kind of get your priorities straight. I mean, if you have it to give and you're not giving it, then there's obviously, you really need to really look at yourself in the mirror, and at that point really come to the conclusion that maybe you're doing the wrong thing. I don't know your situation. Like I said, I mean, somebody very well can look at me and say the same thing, because they don't know my situation. They don't know that by giving money on a consistent basis is just completely enabling the situation, and it's I'm again giving the alcoholic a drink. Really, I'm not going to do that. That's crazy. And I did that for the better sake of me and my kid. I did everything I could to try to, it was basically like, but uh, you know, and like I said, I mean, I was going through my own financial problems for a stretch as well. So it's not like I had all this money to give, and to begin with. But I mean, I did give what I could, and there was times where, I mean, like I said, I gave this woman thousands and thousands of dollars. Like, we're talking bags of money, dude. I mean, it's not like I was a far cry from sitting there like, making it rain on myself and my kids over there like sucking on ramen noodles. Like, come on, bro, really, not even close. But you know, I did give a whole lot financially, but to me, child support is so much more than that. Child support is, as long as you're doing it in a loving way and there's no hidden agenda. You're not trying to manipulate your kid through, cell phones or vacations or clothes or money. And a lot of that goes on with parental alienation as well. I'm not saying it's going on in my situation, but parents, it's a manipulation thing. But the thing is you know like parents out there, I know I'm kind of bouncing from one thing to another, but I just saw that post on Instagram, and I just felt I had to make a video and say to you parents out there, if you have the money to give, I understand money's not everything, but unless you're in a situation like myself, I mean, if you have access to your kids and you're not doing your part, I don't know your situation, I really don't, but I mean, if it's like a normal situation where you have access to your kids and all that stuff. Hold on. You have access to your stuff, or you have access to your kids and all that stuff. uh I just wanted to make a video and you know just tell you parents out there to, you know, I mean, just step it up, man. Just step it up and be a mother or father to your kid. I mean, if you have a normal situation where you could just go and see your kid anytime you want to, you know, then you should, really pay on a regular basis, because at that point you're not enabling anything. At that point, it's on you. It's your fault. I mean, it's one thing to be stuck in a predicament where you don't know what to do, and so you just kind of like do the best thing that you know how at that point in time. But like enabling the situation. But if your situation is normal, then and you have normal being, meaning that you have access to the child, then you should probably check your priorities. Because I know a lot of parents out there, just kind of like, I'm not saying every parent obviously, but a lot of a lot of us like to you know just like spend our money on ourselves or whatever. Like we selfish, selfishness. And it shouldn't be like that when it comes to your kid. um but again, it's not even about money at all, man. Like, to me, money's not even like really even a little bit of it. Money's just part of it, only because you need money to live and stay alive. But it's the time spent, and it's the memories that are made. And really, I mean, so I just wanted to say that real quick. I mean, it's only like a 12-minute video or something. I don't really feel the need to really drag this out more than I've already, I said everything I already have to say about this. But you know that's all I really have to say. I mean, it is what it is. And um I don't know what else to say. um I guess that's it. Well, actually, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I have to say.